The
Tell us a
election,
lot about something very important.
Trump wanted
For
70
years and years,
to
he says he had a
30%.
job at McDonald's. And the reason I went there last week, you know that I got a call from Sundar, very smart guy, at Google. He said, this is the most amazing thing. We've had just about more hits on this crazy McDonald's song. And I went there just to prove a little point. See, you never know how something's going to work out, Mr. VP. But he called and he said, we've had more hits on McDonald's than, I think he said, anything we've ever had, but let's say it's close. And did anybody watch Joe Rogan recently? So she lied about McDonald's. She lied about everything. She's got ads on saying Donald Trump is this, he's going to do this, he's going to do the exact opposite of what my policies are. She's got me doing this. He doesn't want to frack. No, I'm all for fracking. And I have been for, one thing I have been, even the enemy, because they are the enemy, what they've said, even that enemy too, and they're really the enemy. They're the enemy. They said one thing about me that I consider a great compliment. They said, this guy is the most consistent person we've ever seen. Because I've been against cars and car factories being taken out of Detroit and being taken out of our manufacturing of automobiles, being taken out of our system, out of our country for years. I've been against all of the things that are happening and have happened. We stopped it, and now it's happening again. When you hear 50,000 manufacturing jobs lost in just a short period of time. But I've been the most consistent because we're going to bring our manufacturing back to the United States.
Yes.
It's all coming back, so get ready. We're going to have the choice of great job. And on top of all this, Kamala tried to turn our military woke. So tonight, whether you are a Republican, Democrat, or independent, conservative, or liberal, I'm inviting you to join the greatest political movement in the history of our country. It's you know, it's the greatest movement in the history of the country. I tell them the story. Years ago, there's a guy, a great guy, older guy now, very old, but he was a great conservative guy, Pat Buchanan, right? You know,
Yes.
Right there.
he came in second in the New Hampshire
there with his wife.
primary. And for 45 years, he made an
Pat Buchanan's
unbelievable
right there,
career.
in the front.
He was a hot item. He was on every show, and he came in second in one primary. We came
it's
in
okay.
first
I was wrong.
in
That's his
50
thing. I
primaries.
screwed up. I'm sorry.
We then had a
My
great
fault, my
election
fault.
that we won. We then had another great election that we did a hell of a lot better in. Bad things happened. We're not going to let that happen.
I got my 90s politicians mixed up.
But we then had an election, but now we have the election. Well, this will be, in my opinion, I have to say if, because you know, it's risks and gas. But if we pull this off, this will be the biggest political event in the history of our country. And we're building the biggest, broadest, most diverse coalition in American history, including union workers and Border Patrol agents. By the way, the Border Patrol gave me last week their complete and total endorsement. They said he's the greatest president in the history of the country, but we don't have to do that.
Guys, just so you know, I've been doing the stream now 10 hours. Haven't went to the bathroom once. Had to take a piss like a racehorse.
Elon Musk and his mother.
And they asked her, have you ever called? No, she never called. Almost 4 years, she never called, not once, the Border Patrol. And she was the border czar. She was in charge of the border. Think of it, 4 years she never called. Now she's trying to say, well, you know, I was really not the border. Whether she was the border czar or not, she was put in charge of the border by Sleepy Joe. Then he went to bed. He put her in charge. She did the worst job on the border than anybody has done in the history of the world. There's never been a border like this in the world. And a third world country would fight people with sticks and stones to stop them from pouring into their country. And we let them just come right in. What a shame, what a shame. Police and firefighters also, we have every endorsement from virtually